Hello all, my name is Priyank and I'm basically a mechanical engineer. I worked with L&T for 3 years in turbine and generator manufacturing. There I was looking after quality inspection of turbine assembly and final product dispatch. Apart from that, I was also involved in supplier and inspection of piping component. After that, I did my MBA in operation management from Symbiosis Institute of Operation Management Nasik, and currently I'm working in Deloitte as a SAP plant maintenance functional consultant. As a part of Bosch Junior Manager program, we have been given a case study on realizing the increase in customer demand. So, to start with the agenda, we'll first cover the case overview, then we will go with what is that extra volume of demand which we need to meet, then what are the strategies which can be deployed to meet that demand, then things to ponder before selecting the strategy, detailed calculation, and finally the conclusion. So to start with case overview, we have the company called as ABC Limited, which is leading manufacturer of fuel injector and globally known for its product quality and on-time delivery. Their product portfolio consists of generation X, Y, and Z injector. The current problem is they have observing the sudden spike in demand of generation X injector, which has increased from 40,000 per month to 130,000 per month. The initial demand projection was around 80,000 per month. And on the capacity side, they are having the constraint that Generation X can only be produced on one assembly line, that is line number 1, which is having the capacity of 30,000 pieces per day. We can upgrade the other assembly lines, but then it is going to take the 4 months of lead time to upgrade those other lines. And if you see the customer demand, it is continuously increased from July to December from 60,000 to 130,000. Now, ABC Limited is in dilemma like how to achieve or how to realize the increase in customer demand from 40,000 to 130,000. So, first of all, we will see what is that extra volume which we need to meet to meet that customer demand. So to arrive at that volume, I have taken some assumptions that assembly line 1, which is producing the generation X injector, are having 100% OEE and can produce 3,000 pieces per day. We are working in 3 shifts, 8 hours of each, and currently we are working on 26 days in a month, assuming that 4 or 5 days as a holiday in a month. So with that, we can produce 78,000 level production for all the months, and we can achieve the demand in August. But then when it comes to September, October, November, December, we will fall short of 19,000, 47,000, 52,000 in respectively in every month. So now we will see what are the strategies that can be used to achieve that increase in demand. So first of all, I'll talk about overtime. So we are working on 26 days. What if we will work on all the days in a month? Like in August, I'll work for 31 days. In September, I'll work for 30 days. So with this, we can achieve the demand for August and September easily. But then again, when it comes to October, we will fall short of 24,000 volume. So here we need to consider the other strategy as subcontracting, and we need to see whether we can get any vendor who can develop the quality of product which you are developing currently. And the third option which is available with us is a capacity upgrade. But then, as I discussed earlier, it is going to take 4 months of lead time to upgrade the capacity. So consider that the capacity upgrade starts in July, and ends in the October month. So by the month of November, we will be having that upgraded capacity available, and we can produce that increase. We can produce that increase in demand components in our in-house facility only. But then before selecting any of the strategy, we should first of all ponder on the some of the things, and then we can decide only like which strategy is better and with which we should go. So first of all, I'll start with overtime. What if I'll go only with overtime? As we see in the previous slide that if we go with overtime, we're definitely not going to meet the customer demand for October, November, and December. Apart from that, it will also reduce the morale of employees, and employees will be reluctant to work in the subsequent months because they are continuously working overtime from last 3 to 4 months. To mitigate that issue, we need to hire additional employees, or we need to cross-train the employees working on other assembly line to avoid the overburden on employees working in on line number one. Then it comes to subcontracting. With this, we can definitely achieve the increase in demand for all the months. But what we can do is we can produce at level of 78,000, which I mentioned earlier, and whatever is the extra demand or extra volume, we can give it to the vendors, and then they can produce it, for us. But then there comes the problem of quality deterioration. What if the vendor which we choose is not able to produce the component, the quality which we are producing currently? So in that case, it will, definitely hamper the customer satisfaction and also the delivery schedule. So we need to consider the quality in the first place, and then only we can, go with the subcontracting. The other thing before opting for the subcontracting is the what is the cost involved in manufacturing the component in-house for the month of August, September, October, and what is the cost involved in subcontracting. And we need to take the decision according to that. The third is capacity upgrade. If we go with the capacity upgrades as strategy, as I earlier mentioned, that it is going to take 4 months to upgrade the capacity. It means that the other assembly lines are only available in the month of November. So what will happen to the demand, increase in demand for the month of August, September, and October? It will be lost, and that will be lost order for us. So definitely we cannot afford that. Apart from that, we also need to cross-train the workers of other assembly lines to produce that generation X injectors. Also, we need to see for long run, we need to do the cost comparison between the subcontracting and the cost involved in upgrading the capacity. So the cost benefit analysis has to be done before going for capacity upgrade. So now we will see how we can achieve the increased demand. So as I mentioned earlier, we cannot go with the standalone strategy. So taking into consideration the demand which is there 75,000 in August and 130,000 in December, what I'll suggest is we should go with the overtime for the month of August and September, so that we will work on 31 days in August and 30 days in September, so that we can produce 93,000 and 90,000 in August, September, and we can easily meet the demand for August and September. Meanwhile, what we will do, we will find a vendor, or we will develop a vendor who can produce the component at a quality which we are producing currently, and we can subcontract this 24,000 which is not made, or like which is the remaining quantity which is not met in the October. We can go for subcontracting for that. And then there comes the November and December month, where we will have our capacity upgraded, and we can use other assembly lines to produce this 40,000 and 37,000 remaining demand. So overall, to summarize or to conclude the strategies which ABC Limited should use to meet that customer demand. First of all, for the month of August, September, and October, they should go with the overtime, and with that they can definitely achieve the demand. When it comes to the unfulfilled, the orders which can be fulfilled through overtime in October, we should go with subcontracting. From the month of November and onwards, first of all, we need to do the cost benefit analysis between subcontracting and upgrading the existing assembly line. So if we are going to have that constant increase in demand for the in the future also, then it makes the viable option to upgrade the existing assembly line, and produce the generation X injector in-house only, so that we can maintain the quality, and we can consume the capacity which we have, I mean, for which we have invested the money. If that is not the case, and we are seeing that the demand for the generation X is going to reduce or going to fall in coming future, then we should not go for the capacity upgrade, and we only thought of subcontracting and developing the new vendor who can produce the component at the quality which we are producing currently. So this is what the strategy company ABC should deploy in order to meet the customer demand. Thank you.